Well, hello motorcycle fans. How's everyone doing on this sunny Saturday? Hooray! Can't see any of those straight long clouds, but that's good. It's good. Anyway, I'm on the big boy girl. It identifies as gender neutral, I think. It identifies as a unicorn. No, it identifies as a fastest motorbike. Alright, anyway, I'm on the big one. Which is groovy. Going out on the sports bikes a little bit later. I thought I'd just come out and do a couple of vlogages for you. Well, the first subject after the intro.
Soldier blue, soldier blue. Can't you see that there's another way to love?
He's a lovely young man, wasn't he, waving? Right, yes, subject. Music. I absolutely love music. Always loved music from the age of whenever. Yes, I was brought up on, I suppose, rock and roll was just sort of dying off, and pop, rock, all the good stuff. And took it at face value for what it was, you know, entertaining, emotional, exciting, you can dance to it, you know, you can play it at funerals. And then you learn a little bit more about the darker side of the music industry, and I do recommend you check out Mark Devlin. He's written 3 books. He's writing his 4th at the moment on the music on the musical industry. On the musical industry. On the music industry. It's called Musical Truth, Volumes 1 to 3. So yes, good books to read, and it's an eye-opener to all the shenanigans and worse that the music companies get up to, and the suspicious deaths, etc., etc. I've met Mark, and I've been with one of his lectures a few years ago, very entertaining. And I did fire off an email to him a few years ago after his lecture, because obviously just about everybody have heard of is compromised, unfortunately. And one of my favourite artists is Buffy Sainte-Marie. This is a Canadian stroke American lady, Native American, and she's written some fabulous tunes. When I first heard her, I was quite young, late 60s. She did the soundtrack to Soldier Blue, with the title track Soldier Blue, and it's an emotive, powerful piece of music, and I liked it from first hearing it, and still do. And I think it's relevant for any culture, you know, where they're seeing their culture change or being taken over, or this happened to many cultures throughout history. It's happened to this country many a time, with the Romans and the Saxons and the Vikings and etc., etc. So, yes, Buffy Sainte-Marie. She's written some fab tunes, anti-war, and she got banned for 20 plus years by the Americans, I assume the FBI. Her music wasn't played nor heard by the American people for many years. And I did ask Mark, I said, Mark, have you got anything on Buffy? Because, you know, she's reasonably well known. Obviously she's made some money in the music industry. And he said, no, got nothing on her, no dirt, as far as I can say, she's all good. And I thought, brilliant. And I'd got her CDs from many years ago, and got most of her work on downloads, and I really enjoyed the music. And then about this time last year, it was found out that she's not Native American. is American stroke Italian. Which came as a bit of a surprise, I think, not more to the Native American people who obviously adored her. And apparently one of the stories is a brother who I believe is a pilot, or was a pilot. Just pull out on me, you know, don't worry about me. Was flying a particular flight, and Buffy was on it with her manager, and she introduced him to the brother. And afterwards, I think he sent a message to him saying, she didn't mention you got a brother, can you mention a little bit about your family? And he said, yeah, we're white. And obviously this got back to Buffy, and she sent a solicitor's letter saying that if he was to mention that again, or she would act within the full force of her powerful solicitors and sue him, and also implied that she would insinuate he was a paedophile when she was a young girl. So obviously this secret has been kept for, I mean, she's in her 80s now, so it's been kept for 60 plus years. And she did say she was getting too old to tour because she's in her 80s. And then CBC, which is equivalent to the BBC in Canada, did an expose and found a birth certificate. And she's American with Italian ancestry. So I'm as much a Native American as Buffy St. Marie. So I was pretty devastated too, to be perfectly honest. So not a happy bunny. So who can you trust in the music industry? Probably the little known artists you've never heard of, or have got no major contract. I would say bands probably like Hawkwind and Lemmy are two that spring to mind that probably haven't sold their soul. So yeah, a little bit depressing, but hey ho, that's the way things go. So anyway, I do suggest you check out Mark's work. I think he's got a website, DJ Mark Devling at whatever it is. You can find his work on YouTube and Odyssey, but his last few videos were more about creation and who created this place and is the creator good or bad and all this. So if you don't want to listen to that sort of stuff, go a little bit further back with his interviews with the music industry. I mean, he was into R&B and he knows all about the Puff Daddy situation, and interesting guy. So anyway, I'll leave it there. You take care, guys, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.
Yes, yes.